edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show for the AEW Ring Report for Dynamite. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, just subscribe. We thank you for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show, AEW Ring Report. As you see right here, these are going to be the matches. The face of the revolution. Who's going to earn themselves a champion? Who's going to earn themselves a championship match next week on Dynamite? These 8 men, these up and coming rising superstars, want to take the brass ring and get themselves and earn themselves a TNT TV title match. We'll talk about it coming up as well. A lot going on tonight. We're on the road to Revolution. Don't forget this weekend, the AEW Revolution predict the outcome. Look for that coming your way this weekend. Also, too, Hook, the FTW World Champion, defends his title against the firm's Matt Hardy. Um, Hook and his title defense against the legendary Matt Hardy, who's a veteran. We'll talk about that as well. Speaking of veterans, Chris Jericho takes on Pretty Avalon 1-on-1. Chris Jericho had his say last week on what's going on. Jericho finally wanted to shut up Peter, and Pretty Peter wanted to shut up Chris Jericho for taking his spot. So we'll talk about that. Also, too, a lot of implications. Tag team casino battle royal. Which of these teams will be the last spot getting themselves into the tag team tournaments battle royal? We'll talk about that coming up, as well as Big Bill, Orange Cassidy. He's in action against Orange Cassidy in action against Big Bill. A lot going on tonight. So we're gonna get started with this. Orange Cassidy was in action. Orange Cassidy, the man of a lot going on with Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy went against Big Bill this week, and the match started with this. Orange Cassidy and Big Bill. Big Bill is 7 foot tall. Big Bill taking on Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy in his first in one of his title defenses against a much larger opponent who could be the new All Atlantic champion. They put the championship on the right person in Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy wants to be a fighting champion. And a fighting champion indeed for Orange Cassidy. Doing what he needs to do in order to make wave and make spots and stuff. But Orange Cassidy being able to defeat Big Bill in the match. Orange Cassidy joining in the conversation, defeating Big Bill to thus get himself over in the way he did. Congratulations to Orange Cassidy winning the match with the help of Danhausen. Speaking of that, Chris Jericho was in action. Pretty Peter Avalon wanted to get his revenge on Jericho after what Jericho had done to him, and there was his measure of revenge to get his hands on Jericho, and that's what he did. Jericho found the way and did the Judas effect once again, defeating Pretty Peter Avalon, setting up for Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks was trying to come out there to help even the odds, but the odds was not even for Jericho. Jericho managed to win. That's one thing about Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho finds a way, and Chris Jericho and Ricky Starks will tell you predict the outcome between these two men. Who's going to win their match? We'll tell you that coming up a little bit on predict the outcome this weekend. Also, too, this weekend, the House of Black sending a message to the Elite, the Young Bucks and Ken Omega, that they're coming for the 6 man tag team championships. And what a way they did by doing what they did, attacking the Elite, sending a message that they're going to be crowned new 6 man tag team champions. In order to do so, they have to do what they have to do in order to get the crown, get the job done. Well, we know that Moxley and Heyman Adam Page will have their upcoming match at Revolution. Moxley sent this message. He had blood all over him, a crimson mass indeed. Moxley sent the message that he's a crazy SOB and he'll do anything in their Texas Death Match to beat up Ham Page. Ham Page said the same thing. These men are both kind of equally matched when you think about it. Um, Heyman M. Page, he's more reserved. He can fight and wrestle. He's a dad. He's a husband. Same way like Moxley. Moxley just a leaping lunatic. He's a dad. He's a husband. These men fighting for one thing only: pride. There's a lot of pride going on, and you have to wonder whoever wins this match between one of these two men, one of them has to be the next no one contender for the world championship going forward. So we'll have to wait and see on that one, how that's going to play out between these two men that have pride. And I tell you, coming up this weekend on Pro Wrestling Show, this match does stake with pride. So we're going to see that match coming up between these two men. Also, too, Hook. Hook was in action. Hook was in action against Matt Hardy. Hook put his FTW championship on the line. Hook sent a message that he is the face of the FTW, like the Taz you say. You seen it in your home, so you had the nightstand, so you wanted to be the champion. There was a way to do so. And Hook won his match over Matt Hardy and stuff. So Hook win the match. We talked about it too. Riho. Riho, former AEW Women's Champion, was in action. Riho took on another former AEW Women's Champion, Tony Storm. This match was built on nutrition. Tony Storm won by cheating. Riho had the match won. Riho with schoolboy roll-ups and covers. Just didn't get the job done. Tony Storm was coming out there. But Paige, I like to say Paige, Saraya, Jamie Hayter, and Ruby Soho had a pure six brawl. These three women had officials and referees trying to pull them away from each other. But this Sunday at Revolution, it ain't gonna be no pull away from each other. These women want to tear each other apart for the women's championship. So I'll tell you this weekend who I believe is gonna emerge victorious as AEW Women's Champion. The son of the American Dream, Dustin Rhodes. Dustin Rhodes made an appearance. Dustin made an appearance as well. Dustin came out there with his new ally and Keith Lee. Keith Lee showing his new hair. Dustin Rhodes showing that he is the son of the American Dream. I don't know what this new partnership is gonna lead to, but hey, we can just only tell and watch. But you know how that go. Speaking of that, Christian came out there in the interview. Christian came out there and talked about Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy left a message and had a tune made for Christian. Christian didn't see that tune coming, but Christian and Jungle Boy will meet this Sunday at Revolution. So we'll see that match coming that full head. Speaking of that, the Battle Royal, the Casino Battle Royal. Um, we know this week who I say who won the Casino Battle Royal. I think Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends won the Casino Battle Royal. If I'm mistaken, yeah, they won. So they're gonna be meeting Jeff Jarrett, the Acclaim, and tag team champions. Tag team champions. Sorry about that. Jeff Jarrett, the Acclaim, the Acclaim. Like I said, they're gonna be all in that Battle Royal, and Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal could be leaving Revolution San Francisco as tag team champions, but only time will tell on that and see how that's gonna play out. But we tell you that. Also, too, was the face of the Revolution. These eight up and coming rising stars coming for a battle for a shot in a ladder match to see who's gonna get a face of the Revolution match. Andre Action Andretti, um, what's his name? Sammy Guevara, Powerhouse Hall, Eddie Kingston, A.R. Fox. A lot of people, these and I forgot the other one, they all competing, but it was Powerhouse Hobbs that got the shot. Powerhouse Hobbs will either meet Warlow or Samoa Joe next week in for the TNT Championship going forward. So that's going to be a what they call that match, a hard hitting match, a fisticuffs match. If you ask me, smash mouth match between Powerhouse Hobbs and whoever, Samoa Joe or Hook, Samoa Joe or Warlow. But you can see it right here, Powerhouse Hobbs holding the brass ring as he won so you desperately tonight by doing what he had to do. Powerhouse Hobbs showing being dominant tonight, the dominant showcase of what he can do. So look for Powerhouse Hobbs to get the job done. Also, was the end of the segment. Brian Danielson was out there. Brian Danielson came out there screaming for MJF. Brian Danielson telling MJF that, hey, you just you envious because I have a family, I have a wife, kids, my career. He said he was fighting depression, he was fighting adversity, he was fighting poverty, he was fighting retirement, he was fighting the authority. We remember a couple of 8 years ago, almost what 9 years ago to the date that Daniel Bryan went against the WWE and he won the WWE title. Many of the WWE fans who's doing the same now with the Salmon Revolution did for him. Daniel Bryan got that changed WWE perception of who they should back rather than who they think they want to back. Changed the perception. Daniel Bryan came out there and stuff and made it simple, made it quick and simple. Daniel Bryan defied all odds, but this is an odd that he can't defy, being at peace. But he confronted MJF. MJF came out there to confront Daniel Bryan. But Daniel Bryan told MJF about himself that he's nothing but a flash in the pan. He's gonna prove it at Revolution. You can tell a pissed off, stern Daniel Bryan wants the AEW title. That's the only title that's kind of eclipsed him because he won the WWE title and the world title. No won the Universal title, so you never know. He could come back for getting the Universal title. But Daniel Bryan wants the AEW title. And the only way you can do so is taking away from MJF, who doesn't have anything but the AEW title. And I feel like I'll tell you this weekend what I really truly feel about MJF holding the AEW gold, but it ain't gonna be the outcome that I want. But how is Daniel Bryan with that impassioned promo tonight, leaving it all out there, sending a message to MJF on what MJF ought to do. All right, that's going to end the AEW Dynamite Ring Report right now. We're going to move over coming up right now to Hot Topics. All right, on Hot Topics this week, we got some news. We got some good news to show you. Solo Sokoa, WWE star Solo Sokoa, got married today, revealed that he's a married man. Solo Sokoa married his longtime fiance and mother of his two children. Today, as you see right here, the Usos, the undisputed tag team champions, as well as Naomi joining in the fray, celebrating Solo and his wife. Solo now a husband and his wife. Forgot I don't know her name. I just start with an A. But the happy couple got married today. Congratulations to Solo. Solo for be 30 years old in a couple of days. He did it before he turned 30. So congratulations to Solo. Right? You can tell the Usos are happy for their little brother, Solo Sokoa, the enforcer of the bloodline, now officially a married man. Congratulations in order to Solo Sokoa on this accomplishment and this accomplished feat. Him and his new lovely bride. Congratulations. Also, too, WWE made an announcement that the King and Queen of the Ring will be in Saudi Arabia coming this May during Memorial Day weekend. The King of the Ring and the King and Queen of the Ring will come together. I don't know how they're gonna call it. Just call it royalty, WWE royalty, royalty of the ring, or something. They'll come up with some color royalty. I'll say that. You have and we don't know what the semifinals is going to be. This is not going to be a the event centered around the whole tournament. We remember the King of the Ring tournament with the match used to be centered around the whole tournament. We had this. I think it's going to be the semifinals and the finals. So this was going to be. So we're looking forward to seeing that coming up as well. Also, too, let's start. I don't know who that is. Fidel Del Sol announced that he had fractures or something. So we want to hope he have a long, speedy recovery on him. And finally, want to wish WWE Hall of Famer and NXT commentator Booker T a happy 58th birthday. Booker T celebrating his 58th birthday today. Can you dig it, sucker? A lot of people make fun like to make fun of Booker T, but Booker T don't care. That's one thing about Booker T. Booker T don't care about that. He wants to do his thing. So hey, that's it. All right, we're gonna do it here on the Pro Wrestling Show for the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. We're gonna leave you with Daniel Bryan confronting MJF until their highly contested 60-minute Iron Man match. We know this weekend we'll have the AEW Dynamite, AEW Revolution predict the outcome for all the matches coming up for the AEW card. So join us for the AEW Revolution predict the outcome this weekend. So we tell you what the match previews and my predictions are. So thank you for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. We'll see you this Friday for the SmackDown Ring Report. I've been your host, Kendrick Dixon, and so long, and thank you for watching the Pro Wrestling Show.